Most creators spend their first 6 months building an audience for a niche they do not actually own. They pick a topic because someone told them it had high CPM, or because a popular creator made it look easy, or because they saw a trending hashtag and assumed there was room. That is not strategy. That is wishful thinking dressed up as a business plan. Today, we are going to systematically dismantle the myths around niche selection and rebuild it from first principles. By the end of this video, you will have a concrete framework for identifying the intersection of your genuine expertise, your audience's urgent need, and a market gap that is actually wide enough to support a channel. No guesswork, no vibes, just a repeatable, data-backed system. Let me tell you why the conventional advice fails. The most popular niche guidance comes in two flavors. Flavor 1, follow your passion. Flavor 2, follow the money. Both are incomplete to the point of being destructive. Follow your passion alone and you will end up making incredible videos about a topic nobody is searching for. Your retention will be legendary among the 12 people who watch. Follow the money alone and you will burn out in 3 months because you are forcing yourself to research cryptocurrency, tax laws at 2 in the morning, while your soul slowly evacuates your body. The truth is that a viable YouTube niche exists at the intersection of three forces: your unfair advantage, a proven audience demand, and a definable content gap that you can realistically fill. Miss any one of these three and your channel becomes a hobby, not a growth engine. Let us start with the first pillar, your unfair advantage. This is not about passion. Passion is a feeling. An unfair advantage is a structural asymmetry that makes you better positioned than 95% of people who might attempt the same niche. I want you to open a blank document right now and answer 4 questions. Question 1. What professional experience do you have that produced measurable results, not opinions? Results. If you ran a marketing campaign that generated $200,000 in revenue, that is data. If you built a piece of software that handled 10 million requests per day, that is data. If you coached 15 clients to a specific career outcome, that is data. Question 2. What unusual access do you have? Do you work in an industry that the public cannot easily observe from the outside? Do you have relationships with people whose knowledge is locked behind paywalls or NDAs? Question 3. What skill stack do you possess that is rare in combination? Being good at design is common. Being good at design and database architecture and narrative storytelling is rare. That combination is your moat. Question 4. What problem have you personally solved that you are still angry about? The anger matters. The anger produces energy. If you solved a problem that cost you 6 months of your life and the existing solutions were garbage, you have the emotional fuel to create content that actually converts. Now we move to the second pillar, proven audience demand. Notice I said proven, not assumed, not extrapolated from a viral tweet. Proven. Here is how you validate demand without buying a course or guessing. Step 1. Open YouTube and search for the core topic of your niche. Filter by videos uploaded in the last year. Ignore the top 3 results. They are outliers. Scroll to videos with 50,000 to 200,000 views. These are the middle class of your niche. If at least 5 channels in this range are consistently getting views on topic-specific content, demand exists. Step 2. Use the vidIQ or TubeBuddy browser extension to check the search volume for your core keywords. Do not trust your intuition about what people search for. The data will surprise you every single time. Step 3. Go to Reddit, Quora, and niche-specific forums. Look for questions about your topic that have more than 10 upvotes and fewer than 3 good answers. This is the content gap. Step 4. Check Google Trends for your topic over the last 5 years. You need to know if demand is rising, falling, or seasonal. A seasonal niche can still work, but you need to plan your content calendar around the spikes, or you will think your channel is dying every February when the demand simply went on vacation. This brings us to the third pillar and the one almost everyone skips, the definable content gap. A niche is not just a topic. A niche is a topic plus an angle that is currently underserved. Let me give you a concrete example. The topic of productivity is saturated. Hundreds of channels make productivity content, but the angle of productivity for neurodivergent adults who have tried every mainstream system and failed is dramatically underserved. Same broad topic, wildly different competitive landscape. Your job is to find the angle that turns a crowded category into an empty room. Here is the practical test. Write down your niche hypothesis as a sentence. I make content about blank for blank who blank. The first blank is your topic. The second blank is your specific audience. The third blank is the unique outcome or transformation you deliver. If you cannot fill in those three blanks with precision, you do not have a niche. You have a vague content area. There is a massive difference between making videos about software development and making videos about back-end architecture patterns for mid-level engineers who want to break into senior roles at high-growth startups. The first description invites competition from 10,000 channels. The second description scares away almost all of them because it requires depth. Let us talk about competition because this is where most people psychologically collapse. I see creators spend 3 weeks researching their niche, find 3 established channels, and immediately conclude the market is saturated. That is fear, not analysis. Competition in a niche is actually a positive signal. It means there is money there. It means audiences exist. It means the infrastructure of demand is already built. Your job is not to enter an empty room. Your job is to enter a room with a crowd and immediately walk to the corner nobody is standing in. I call this the cornering strategy. When you analyze your competitors, do not ask, can I beat them? Ask, what specific question are they consistently failing to answer? Watch their most viewed videos and read the comments. The top comments will tell you exactly what the audience still wants and is not getting. That is your entry point. That is your corner of the room. Now I am going to give you the actual decision framework. Write this down. For each niche hypothesis, score it on a scale of 1 to 5 across 6 dimensions. Dimension 1, your unfair advantage. Can you bring evidence, access, or skills that most competitors cannot match? Dimension 2, search-based demand. Are people actively typing your core keywords into YouTube's search bar, or would they only find you through recommendation? Search-based niches are easier to grow from zero because you do not need the algorithm to bless you. Dimension 3, content renewability. Can you generate 50 video ideas in the next 10 minutes? If you struggle to reach 20, the niche is too narrow. Dimension 4, monetization diversity. Can this audience support at least 3 revenue streams beyond AdSense? Sponsorships, consulting, digital products, affiliate income, memberships. If the answer is only AdSense, you are building on fragile ground. Dimension 5, competitive angle availability. How many distinct underserved angles exist? If the answer is one thin angle, you will run out of content differentiation in 6 months. Dimension 6, personal sustainability. Can you see yourself making this content in 3 years without wanting to quit the internet entirely? Be honest. The math of YouTube is a long game. If you pick a niche you already resent, you will not last long enough to win. Once you have scored at least 3 niche hypotheses using the 6-dimension framework, compare the totals, but do not just pick the highest number. Eliminate any hypothesis that scored below a 3 on personal sustainability or content renewability. Those are knockout factors. If you hate the topic or run out of ideas, no amount of demand will save you. Among the survivors, pick the one where your unfair advantage score is highest. That is the niche where you have a real chance of becoming the definitive voice. Now for the execution. Your first video in this niche should not be an introduction. Nobody cares about your channel trailer when you have 0 subscribers. Your first video should be the single highest value answer to the most painful question in your niche. Go back to those Reddit threads and forum posts. Find the question that appears with the most desperation. The one where people have tried solutions, failed, and are genuinely frustrated. Answer that question with everything you have. Make it so comprehensive that anyone who watches it immediately saves it to a playlist. That video becomes your traffic engine. It converts searchers into subscribers because it proves in the first 60 seconds that you understand their pain better than anyone else on the platform. One more thing before we close. Your first niche is not your forever niche. The most successful channels on YouTube all went through niche evolution. They started narrow, dominated a specific corner, and then used that authority to expand into adjacent topics. But here is the critical rule. You do not expand until you own your starting corner. The audience must associate your name with your core topic before you can borrow their attention for something new. The test for readiness is simple. When someone in your niche asks a question in a forum, does another user tag your channel as the answer? If that is not happening organically, you have not yet earned the right to expand. Stay narrow. Go deeper. Become undeniable in one thing before you attempt to. Here is your homework. You have 72 hours. In the first 24 hours, complete the unfair advantage audit. Fill out that blank document with your professional results, your unusual access, your skill stack, and the problem you are still angry about. In the next 24 hours, run the demand validation sequence. YouTube middle-class channel analysis, keyword search volume check, Reddit and forum gap analysis, Google Trends 5-year trajectory. In the final 24 hours, score at least 3 niche hypotheses against the 6-dimension framework. Eliminate the ones that fail the knockout criteria, pick your winner, and outline your first video. That first video should answer the most painful question in your chosen niche with the depth that only your unfair advantage can provide. Do not wait until you feel ready. The framework is ready. The data is ready. Your experience is ready. The only remaining variable is your willingness to act before the gap closes. Because gaps do close. Audiences do find their answers. The underserved angle you discovered today will be someone else's channel by next quarter if you hesitate. Execute now. I will see you in the next episode, where we are going to take the niche you just defined and build a content strategy that maps directly to subscriber conversion.